She's known as the Crescent Hotel, stately and magnificent, on the crest of West Mountain in Eureka Springs. Her history goes back to 1886. From there, she went through several owners, and at one time served as a women's college and conservatory. But there was much pain and suffering within her walls when, in 1937, a fraudulent so-called doctor turned it into a hospital with a promise to cure cancer. Some say he cured it all right, by killing his patients during horrible experimental surgeries and locking his future victims into rooms he called his asylum. Baker was arrested in 1940, and the Crescent was closed for several years, but some say it never remained empty, and that even to this day, as the Crescent enjoys a revival of its glory years, legions of phantoms haunt the grand old building. Hotel housekeeper Andrea Pretocci knows she's seen paranormal activity on an ongoing basis, in every room, down every hall.
There's something or whatever. That whole hallway up here is kind of strange. As a matter of fact, the whole fourth floor is. Because I've had experiences at that end, this end, and everywhere in between.
Front desk clerk Tamara Boxnick says she's only had one encounter, but it was enough. She met the hotel's most famous ghost, Michael, while she and her mother were spending the night in room 218.
I was asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night hearing my name being called. I just heard Tamara, Tamara, or I guess kind of whispering, Tamara, Tamara, and then like quiet, and then Tamara, Tamara, Tamara. And then about 5 o'clock in the morning, she woke up out of a dead sleep with him saying my name again.
The legend of Michael led to my visit to the Crescent, and I spent the night in room 218. Did I hear Michael? No. Nor did I see anything unusual during my stay. But after sitting up until 1:30 a.m. and not hearing anything from Michael, I decided to roam the halls. According to the staff and management, the fourth floor is the most active when it comes to paranormal activity. I first roamed the third floor hallways and then headed up the stairs. There were no families checked in the fourth floor that night, so no youngsters were out and about, especially at nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. It was when I reached the very top step that I heard it, the sound of a child running down the hallway. That's when I also heard, at the far end of the hall, the voice of what sounded like a little girl. And that's what was faintly picked up by the tape recorder. She was distant, all the way down the end of the hall, but something was there. When I looked around the corner, the sound stopped, and I was staring at nothing but an empty hallway. Could it have been sound coming from the fourth floor rooms? Certainly, except no one was there. Was it the spirit of a little girl who staff members say runs up and down the hallways laughing and singing? That's for you to decide. But before you disregard this thought, your decision may be better reached by taking a trip to Eureka Springs and spending the night at the Crescent, what some believe to be the most haunted hotel in America. I'm Alan Caudle, KARN News Radio.